guys, so welcome back to my channel, and I know it has been such a long time and I wanted to just let you guys know what has been up with me. So this is going to be a quick update to, I guess, life now. As you all know, like, we are all pretty much on hold with everything due to the coronavirus, and I'm no different. And so when it first happened, I felt like I just had like this really kind of like positive attitude. I'm like, oh, it's not gonna last that long, it's not gonna last that long. And I think you guys can even check out the So Mixed Up podcast, because I was featured on episode 4, and even in like my responses to the questions, I just seemed really upbeat, and I was just like, yeah, like, it's not gonna last that long, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I got so many plans of what to do while I'm in quarantine, right? And then it's like, as the weeks passed and the deaths went up, I feel like my morale just kept going down and down. And so I just kind of just got off track. Like, my race was canceled. I was really disappointed about that. I was really disappointed about the money that I lost in planning my Madrid trip, not seeing my family. And I think with the compilation of all of those things, I just kind of just fell off. So, and I think on top of that, I just kind of got in like embarrassed, really, because I gained all of my weight back. I was just eating so unhealthy, and then at the same time I was battling really bad back spasms. And so that's a story for another time. I got into a car accident a few years ago. I might do a story time on my channel about it, but as a result, I had like really bad back spasms. And so working out and stretching and things of that nature kind of help with my back spasms so that they're not so intense. But with the gym closed and just like my horrible eating habits and everything, they've kind of just been getting worse. And so I haven't been able to run as much as I would like to, which kind of just added on to like the, I wouldn't say extreme, but just definitely like the weight gain. And I was just like, okay, like, I'm going to, you know, work the weight. I'm going to work the weight off, and then I'll come back on YouTube, and then I'll just act like nothing happened. Or like, you know, I'll just lose the weight and I'll just tell them like, oh, I gained it, but I lost it, and then I can just, you know, keep moving forward with my weight loss progress and things like that. But it just didn't happen. Like, it just kept adding. And so I think this video, what I really want to get across is that sometimes things happen, and I think that it's nothing to be embarrassed about or like ashamed about. And I think when you put like your weight loss progress and stuff like that in like a public realm, you just get so what do I want to say, you just get so like caught up in just like, you know, people, what are people gonna think, like the trolls and everything. And I think in my real life, I don't really care what people think, but I think in like this, you know, internet realm, I don't know, it's just like you reach millions and millions of people, and so I'm just really conscious of what I put out there. And so I think that I was really down about me not reaching the goals that I had, and I think that a lot of people are like that. And so I just want to come here and be transparent and just say that, like, hey, you know, things happen, and I'm constantly, and there's other people that are constantly starting over. And I think just as long as you keep getting back up and starting over, it's okay. Like, I'm not giving up. I'm not saying, oh, I'm never gonna lose the weight, I'm just gonna be, you know, this weight or whatever. Like, I still want to do it, and I feel like, you know, I started at the beginning of the year and I had all of these goals, you know, set out, and then unfortunately virus was outside and started killing a lot of people, and I wasn't able to accomplish my goals in the way that I wanted to. And so some people are just really quick with, like, you know, reestablishing new goals and getting on track with something else, and I just was not able to get it together. Like, some people have quick turnarounds and other people deal with stress very differently, and I was just one of those people that unfortunately was not able to quickly adjust to the world outside and how things were going. So it is what it is. I know I'm not the only one, and I kind of feel like, you know, me getting on here and sharing with you guys what's going on can kind of help you so that you feel like you're not alone, because I know that I'm not alone. But I was just like, you know what, I'm just not gonna say anything, because I feel like so many other people around me are just handling it so much better. They're handling it so much better, and they're doing like these virtual races, and they're still running, they're doing all this stuff, and I'm like sitting in my bed, y'all, eating ice cream, and I'm just like, I can't believe that, you know, this is happening. So it is what it is. I feel like I finally woke up and I'm adjusting, and so I'm gonna use this as my new start video. So this will be week 1 of my weight loss progress. So I had to set new goals for myself, because my goals were very much so focused on me running half marathons, because I love running half marathons, and it focused on me going to different places and running those half marathons and training, and you know, things are just not like they used to be, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to, or I've taken this time to adjust and make new goals and formulate like, hey, what is the rest of my year going to look like? Because I know I definitely don't want it to look like me sitting on my couch eating ice cream. So even though it's good, and I feel like ice cream is the breakfast of champions, but still, like, I can't continuously do that because those aren't in line with my goals. And so I've actually been looking at running some virtual races, which before I never thought that I was gonna do, but I feel like, you know what, like, this is a different world now. This requires a different version of myself, right? Because I've never dealt with a pandemic outside. I've never dealt with not being allowed to go to the gym, never, you know, dealt with having to wear masks to go to grocery shopping and things like that. And I think that it just impacted me in a way that I wasn't expecting, because, you know, this is this requires a new version of myself. And so I'm human, it happens. And so I stepped on the scale early this week, and I was 170, which that's like the heaviest I've ever been. So I think I started this pretty much weight loss journey at 168 when I was planning my awesome, fabulous trip to Madrid, and I was going to run a half marathon there, which was going to be half marathon number 14. But, you know, things didn't work out due to, you know, all of the outside environmental factors. So this will be week 1. So I'll focus more so on eating healthy and running, walking. I've been doing a lot of walking lately to kind of help with my back spasms, because I'm not able to run. And I'm going to have to really focus on eating healthy and doing stretches that really focus on alleviating the pain in my back. So this will be, you know, a fresh start, and there's nothing wrong with starting over. If any of you were following me from the beginning and you were, you know, working on weight loss and working on building up endurance to run, you know, a half marathon or maybe your first 5K, you still can. And I'm here to tell you that it's okay. Like, you fall down, get back up. So as long as you keep starting over, you know, you're not giving up. So let's go weigh in and see where I am at today. Like I said, I tried earlier this week and I was 170, but you know, I'm gonna film it for you guys and see where I'm at today. Alright guys, so you see where I'm at. I am currently at 170.2 or 0.4 or something like that. So week 1 I started off at 170.2 or 4, and I still have a goal to lose my 30 pounds. And so this is just the beginning of my new journey with quarantine and corona. So it is what it is. But let me focus on something real positive real quick that I'm super excited about. So do y'all see my hair? Like, I feel like my hair has gotten so long. Like, I'm super excited about that. Like, that's and I know that y'all noticed that I weighed myself with my socks on. I had to put socks on real quick to weigh myself because my toes look atrocious, y'all. Like, I have not been going to the nail salon, so they look like something else. But I've been trying to get into painting them myself, so please bear with me. It's just that they just not painted right now. And then I think I mentioned that I was interviewed on the So Mixed Up podcast, episode 4, so go check that out. I will go ahead and leave it in the description box below if you guys want to hear it. And in that video I mentioned that I had picked back up knitting, and so I learned how to knit in undergrad, which is, that'll tell y'all what type of undergrad life that I had, but I learned how to knit in undergrad. And so this is the blanket that I'm working on, It's just a basic knit stitch, and I'm actually making this for my nephew. I had started it when my sister told me she was pregnant, and my nephew just turned 2 in March. So I took a little break because it was really difficult for me to like continuously knit the blanket and go through grad school. So I had to put the blanket down, and I have actually picked it back up, y'all. So let me know if y'all have like re-picked back up any like old hobbies that you used to have now that the coronavirus is here, because there's nothing else to do. So I have picked that back up. I love scrapbooking. So there's just like little arts and craft projects that I've picked back up since I've been in quarantine. So alright, you guys, thank you for tuning into this video. I hope that you are nice to yourself during this time, because it's unprecedented. No one could have expected or anticipated this or have been prepared. So I'm constantly trying to tell myself and being real conscious on how I treat myself and what I say to myself and the thoughts that I tell myself. So I've just been really kind to myself, and I want you guys to be kind to yourself too. So even if you've fallen off, if you've not reached goals that you thought that you should meet by now, because we're like 6 months into the year, 3 of those months were I don't know, y'all. Like, I don't know what I was doing in those months. Actually, I do know, y'all. Like, I was out of it. So I'm slowly getting back into a routine. I've built up a routine with work, and I'm building back up a routine with working out, and just staying mentally healthy and trying to be physically healthy as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you guys next week with a, update on how this week went with picking back up and getting back into fitness. So thank you guys so much. Bye.
If she can keep it all running, keeps it running.